In the last video, we used the word where to refine some of our CRUD queries. Now, where is actually a special type of Postgres word known as a filter. In this video, we'll take a short tour through some of the other SQL filter words. We'll start with the where filter. Where filters rows based on a specified condition. This filter is awesome because it can be used to get a broad range of information or a very specific set of information. Like, think if dandelions are a common entry in our plants table. We could grab all of those entries at once simply by looking for where the name is dandelion. Or we can be as specific as grabbing the ID of a single row, as we did in the last video. So where is a super common and helpful SQL filter word. Another is limit. Limits the number of responses from a query. Now, we can run a command like this that would limit the number of responses to 5, even if our plants table eventually had hundreds of rows. Now, this won't be super helpful because, again, rows in a table aren't ordered. So limit is usually used with an ordering word, which we'll cover later. But the important thing is that this query will return a maximum of 5 rows. Another SQL filtering word is between. Between selects data that is between two values. In this query, we're going to get resulting rows where the citing date was between the first and last of the month. This is a super common filter to see because it allows us to get just a subsection of data according to our own custom parameters. Another really common and helpful SQL filter word is like. Like allows us to look for patterns in the content of a cell. Let's take this query for example. I'm going to search the plants table for any rows where the name contains the string lion. Now, this could return dandelion, like we input earlier, but it could also return other plants like lion's mane. This filter is especially helpful if I don't know exactly what I'm looking for, or I want to find all rows with a shared partial piece of information. And for our last filter word, we have is null or is not null. This checks if a value is or is not null. This is really helpful for finding gaps in the data in a database. For example, in this query, we can look for where the citing date is null, and we will get a result of all the rows where someone forgot to add the citing date. On the other hand, we can also look for where individuals is not null, and this would get us a list of valid rows where the number of individuals was successfully recorded. It's important to note that is and is not null are often used in conjunction with another filter word. So here we're using the where to find a specific column to run the is or is not null on. There are many more filter words out there for SQL. These are just a few to get you started. As you get more comfortable with them, you can use multiple filters at once to make even more powerful queries.